Yeah.
All right, Shalom. First, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar Kadash.
Double honors to the apostles of great millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, we are here once again. We're just going to go right into it, flow with the Spirit. Okay, and right now the Spirit is on really rejoicing in our birthright, in our inheritance. Okay, which is something that, Esau, Edom, all right, is mad about. But really, this is something we got to rejoice at. They try to rain on our parade. You know what I'm saying? They try to do everything to downplay, all right, our reward. But see, when they had theirs, it was all good. When they were flourishing in their different kingdoms, nobody was talking. It's all sweet when they win it, but when they got to go down, then it's a problem. Then there's so many different loops. No, it doesn't mean this. That's not you. You're not the Israelites. This, that, and the third. Nah, man, shut up with that. Okay, everybody got theirs but ours. Everybody got to rule, and we were on the bottom throughout all their reigns. And ultimately, the reason they're mad is because they know that we got the birthright. They know we're about to inherit the earth, man. That's why they're mad, and that's why they're gunning us down in the streets. Because now they get it. That's why Jacob's trouble. That's why they're gonna come down with such great wrath, because they're like, yo, these people are about to get taken up from under us. The slaves are about to become the slave masters. So what you think is gonna happen? The slave master's scared, and he wants to make sure that the slaves, he's like, it's either I kill you all, because I you know how Esau got that spirit of, if I can't have it, nobody can. But let's go to the root of it. Let's see where it started. Because you hate us for something the Most High blesses for.
This Genesis chapter 25, starting from verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
Right, so she was barren. Which goes to show you that the power, all right, of the womb is in the hand of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like the Most High determines, whether you have a child or not. The condom could pop, you could be trying to have a child, whatever the case may be. If the Most High says no, it don't matter if it's 2 million sperms trying to penetrate that egg. Whatever happens, it's not going to work. Okay? So she was barren, and the Lord, Isaac entreated of the Most High. Okay, and the Lord was pleased with it, and so he made her conceive. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Look up the word struggle. So it says the children struggled together within her. Now, of course, it's normal to have babies moving and kicking, and stuff like that. But it says they struggled together.
You got to read the count. It says to crush, to oppress, to crush, to get crushed, be crushed, to crush, oppress. And again, to be crushed, to be broken, to grievously oppress.
To grievously oppress. So they were going back and forth in the womb. So our forefather Jacob, which is where we come from as the children of Israel, and their forefather Esau, even from when we were in the womb, we were going back and forth. Like a yin and yang. Why? Because our spirits are contrary. Okay, we're polar opposites. We are of the righteous seed, and they're of the wicked. Okay, and as the scriptures say, what fellowship hath light with darkness, and vice versa. If that guy needs to add anything to say, just go on. So whatever. So that's why we were struggling, and it wasn't just like, oh, don't touch me. Oh, no. We were going at it. Okay, and that's why it created such a big problem that she had to be like, yo, what's going on? Because a mother knows it's normal to have babies kicking. But for you to go report it or bring it to attention means that it has to be excessive. It has to be out of the ordinary. Okay?
Verse 22, the children struggled within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
So what's going on? Why is this happening?
And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right, so that was going to be the beginning of the nation of Israel and the nation of Esau. Okay, though we both came from Abraham and Isaac, their separation was in the seed. Okay, it followed one line. The seed does not go, the promise didn't go through 2 lines, it went through 1. And though we were brothers, we were biologically brothers, we were of different nations. Our spirits were of different nations. Okay?
Right, and one people shall be stronger than the other.
And clearly that's us. We're stronger than Esau. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, and it says, it says that one people shall be stronger than the other. So it wasn't just like Esau himself, that man, and Israel, and Jacob himself by that man. Because a lot of times when you bring this up, people will tell you, yo, I understand the story. This thing happened back then, and they are dead, right? And it doesn't affect our lives now. But the scripture tells us that it wasn't just referring to them, but it was actually referring referring to them and then their children to come.
So you can see
okay?
whatever
So
anybody said, they put like good precepts or ask a question.
Two nations, two men of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. So they tell you that happened back then. Esau was destroyed. When was Esau ever under Jacob? It was never so. All right. So,
right. Well, you know, and you had in the time of you know, King David and all that. You know, when we subjected them. But even then, like you said, they weren't extinct.
Yeah, and they whenever Israel was oppressed or being oppressed, they always want to find allies against Israel, and they wasn't joining on that shit.
Like during the time of the Babylonians, when they seized Jerusalem, the Edomites were saying, like that's who was it? Obadiah said that. He said, "Remember them, Father, for in that day they were saying, raise it even to the foundation thereof," in the sense of destroy it completely. And then they helped. It says they stood in the ways. All right, I think that's in the book of Obadiah, wherein the day wherein that brother became a stranger. All right, they stood in the ways. They helped the Babylonians take us down, and then they took some of our land.
Just to add on, this is Genesis 25, same scripture, Genesis 25, 23 from the NLT. This is Genesis 25 and 23 from the NLT. And the Lord told her, the sons in your womb will become two nations. From the very beginning, the two nations will be rivals. One nation will be stronger than the other, and your older son will serve your younger son.
That's it. That is the water for that, brother. That's a perfect. So when you ask him why is all this happening, why are they constantly doing this to our people, we want equality, the answer is right there in Genesis, man. Because we were created to be like that. Okay? We were created to be enemies, to be rivals, and Esau was created to serve us. That's the answer the Lord gave us. The Lord said before they were even born, Esau was going to serve Jacob. So they are going to serve us. Okay?
Verse 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
There were twins in her womb, but that's pretty much all we had to get on that. There were twins in her womb. All right. So now, when Esau got supplanted, which that was just a physical manifestation of the Lord giving the blessing to Jacob, because the Lord could have had it to where Jacob was the firstborn, and he would have given him the blessing regardless. But the Lord likes drama. He wanted to put that in there because the way it played out was going to have a later, bigger effect in the future. Okay? So now, here it is. We supplanted. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like Isaac left you there. He gave you a blessing, right? Now it wasn't the blessing, but it was a blessing. So while you were enjoying that blessing, you ain't have nothing to say. Now that the blessing's about to be over, now you're like, nah, really, I should get my birthright back. I should get my original blessing. So why the hell do you accept that blessing in the first place? You know what I'm saying? You can't have both, man. And number one, the Most High have mercy on you by letting Isaac give you that blessing of the sword. Okay? And you use that blessing to the fullest. Look at the world today. You went around the hammer of the earth. Give me Habakkuk chapter 2 and read from verse 4. I think it's Habakkuk 2 and 4. Okay, here it is. You done taken over everything, and how'd you do it with your military, which is the sword, man? Okay, that was the sword that you were blessed with. That's why, in terms of military, Esau prevails, man. Okay, and he been doing that since the time of Cain. Okay, Tubal Cain, making songs about it, an artificer. Okay, or artificer, however you say it. So they've been doing this since back then. Okay, and the Lord just had it manifest in the physical over time through different occurrences.
Habakkuk 2 starting from verse 5. Yeah, also, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keep it at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death.
He enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death. And how is he able to do these things? Through the sword. Okay? Through his blessing is what he used to enlarge his desire as hell. Okay? And as death. Because everywhere he goes, it's either going to be one of two things. You obey him, and he kills some of you, or you don't obey him, and he kills all of you. But either way, blood is going to be shed. That's why the scripture says, since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. Okay?
And cannot be satisfied.
It cannot be satisfied. Because Esau thinks that they can do whatever they want because they have that military might. That's why whenever any conflict arises, the first thing they go to is threaten with military might. And Trump is a perfect example of that. You know? He said, oh, we wanted to take out Assad. I believe it was Assad who he said. But he was stopped. You know, he said, if anything, oh, we're going to send the military. Oh, we're going to send the military. That's all they do, send the military, because that's all they can rely on. The same way anything happens, we call it how about shot, because that's all we can rely on. Okay? You see the difference in the two blessings? Now, the blessing which Isaac gave us wouldn't even have been compatible with Esau, because the Most High don't like Esau. Okay? He probably would have given you like the worst version of the kingdom. You know, it is your blessing, so here you go. You know what I'm saying? Give me the worst version, you know what I'm saying? You get the gold, that shit's rusted. You know what I'm saying? You got the women, she got diseases. You know, you got the chariots that breaks down midair and you falling down and shit. Most of probably would have given you the worst version of it, man. Okay? Because he don't love you, man. You know when like you owe somebody money, but you're like, or you try to do something for somebody, and then something happens and it's like, so you don't do it with your whole heart. You know what I'm saying? You do it half-heartedly. All right.
All right, precept. This is Romans chapter 9. I'll start at verse 12.
Oh, actually, no, hold that. We're going to go into Romans 9. So
Okay.
we're gonna get it.
Who enlarges his desires hell and is his death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Verse 6.
And when you go into that, all right, number one, America's a big melting pot. And number two, yo, Esau said he's the Chinese, he's the Egyptians, he's the Israelites, he is everybody on the planet Earth. So who the hell's who? You know what I'm saying? You are both the Egyptians and the Israelites, right? You are both the Germans and the Jews. You know what I'm saying? You everything. So where the hell do we fit in? Why do we exist? Do we just not exist in history? Everything that happened was Esau. Because when you see it in his movies, we the Greeks, we this, we that, we this, we the Romans, we everybody. The book of Nezer, you're going to put an Edomite. Cyrus, you're going to put an Edomite. Black ass, dark ass, Kedar, who's an Ishmaelite, you're going to put an Edomite to play him. So you basically everybody. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's showing himself, he's God and Adam, everything's
Oh,
right.
when
Yeah, like they just go into each other like this. Like, come on, what kind of shit is that like this?
And that's how all their art is. That's that Renaissance art. All their art is, yo, if you study and you look at the images during the Renaissance era, man, you're going to think twice. You're going to say, yo, every pose is either somebody got their leg crossed and their hand is like this and they you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, for real. You know what I'm saying? Or they standing there like this. You know, they got a picture of David, I think he's naked and he's standing there like this. Little ass rod. You know what I'm saying? Or he's going, it's always the hand thing where it's like this, like wrist broke, finger out, some effeminate joint. You know, looking like a whole sodomite. But those are all the pictures they promote. You know, angels are naked, babies flying around. I was trying to do Cupid's bow. They got the legs in the yo, man. That's how they do it, man. It shows you what kind of spirit Esau comes in. So when you look at the actual, like the Russian icons and the images of us, you ain't see that, man. You know, you might see a dark-skinned Mary holding a baby, Yahushua, you know, or you might see stuff like that, but you ain't see all that extra stuff, man. That's that Renaissance art. You can tell the difference between the two, okay?
Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his.
Increases that which is not his. There's a meme, I'll put it out, where it says, any country finds oil, and you got the emoji face with the two hands like that, talking about, it's for me? You know what I'm saying? That's how America thinks. Anybody that finds something, oh, it's for me. You must have found it for me. You know what I'm saying? They find oil in the east, that's for me. You know what I'm saying? They find gold here, that's for me. Yo, everything is like as if we work for you. You know, but once again, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, so of course they gonna do that. You know? Right.
Woe unto him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
When you go into that, that means debt. Okay? And when you go into the debt, man, especially for America, it's in the trillions, man. It's way too much. Even the numbers that they say, all right, it's not gonna accumulate to it, man. That's downplaying it. This place is in way too much debt. And how do they wipe debt? They go to war. That's how they wipe the debt off, man. They reset it through war. That's why they're trying to start this World War III. World War III is a planned thing. Of course, it's prophecy's sake. That's why the Lord put that plan into their mind. But when you read the letter, I think it was between Giuseppe Mazzini and Albert Pike, they talk about the plans for 3 world wars. So they planned it all out, man. How they gonna start it in the east with the Zionists and the Islam, all right, going back and forth and all these things, man. But of course, we understand that it's all through prophecy, okay? But that's how they wipe that debt. So that's why they're pushing for that war now, you know. And now they're focusing on Iran, trying to find any loophole they can use, all right, to justify them going up into Iran, okay? But anyway, this is why Esau's salty, because he found out that his blessing is not as good as ours. See, when we didn't get our blessing, we weren't even close to it, all right? Because ultimately, let's say the kingdom, right? Ultimately, that's going to come at the end. So before that, you know what I'm saying, when the Greek time, the kingdom was far. The kingdom was very far, okay? From the time of the Romans, the disciples were eager, but Yahushua said, no, it's not time yet. So during that time, Esau got the chance to celebrate and enjoy his blessing. He did not have a damn thing to say. But now he's seeing our blessing getting closer and closer, and he's hearing about it, and he's getting jealous. He's like, oh, shit. You know, I wish I had that instead. You know what I mean? My shit is whack now. You know, like you eating some food, and they showing on the food channel a more delicious looking food, and you lose the appetite for yours. And that's why he's hurt. Because he's like, not only are they going to get a better gift than I am, I'm going to be in subjection under them. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're going to have to watch and feel.
This to show that the blessing is actually like a curse in disguise.
Right.
This is Matthew chapter 26, starting from verse 52. And Yahushua said unto him, being Peter, put up again thy sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish by the sword.
Right? That's right. All they that take up the sword shall perish by the sword. And Esau, his blessing was the sword. So he lives by it. He's a master, all right, with the sword. And the Lord, so like you said, the Lord technically set him up. Okay, because now, let's get this precept.
Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Must be killed with the sword. So the Lord had it to where Esau's blessing, his only means of killing is with the sword. Okay? Because that's what a sword is for. And he's the master of the sword. So guess what? The Lord set you up because he knew that I'm going to give you this blessing, but this blessing is going to turn to a curse, all right, when the time comes. Okay, I'm going to set you up with this. Now, you might say, well, you saying that we're going to put them in slavery. Well, the Lord says whoever leads somebody to captivity is going to go into captivity. Guess what? When we put them in captivity, it's not going to be our initiating it. It's going to be the latter end of the scripture. Okay, because if they lead somebody into captivity, somebody got to put them in captivity. And rightfully so, that is us, because they led us into captivity. So we're not getting, like, it's not like we're about to just grab you and do nothing, we're going to put you in slavery where we got to pay for it. No, we're just getting payback.
If a cop puts someone in prison, it's not technical kidnapping because what? That guy's being punished.
Right,
That's what it
right,
is.
right. So that was it on that, right? That was it on this? Okay, now let's go to Romans 9 and get a Malachi. Okay, so like we're saying, this is why Esau's so hurt, all right, through his different agents, and ultimately it's these elites, man. You see, these elites ain't gonna come and interact with us face to face, okay? So that's why they send their little agents to basically relay their message and interact on their behalf. That's why you got your vocab Malones and your other little agents that be coming around, and they got Edomite agents and they got Jake agents. Okay, that come around and they say this and they try to spin this here and try to do this here, but at the end of the day, they still show forth the spirit that Edom is in, which is that hurt spirit, man. Saltier than a bag of Lay's chips, man. Because they wish, damn, man, like, you gotta think about it, like, you scared that you about to, man, you are scared that you about to go through some heavy judgments, but on top of that, you're gonna witness your enemies getting it all, man. Getting everything you couldn't have attained, man. That's why they're trying to attain these things through their technology, but they're not gonna be able to do that. You're trying to gain superhuman abilities through your technology, but we're gonna get it naturally. You know, you're trying to live forever through your technology, but we're gonna get it naturally. Everything you're trying to get, we're gonna get naturally, and we're gonna get it better than you've ever dreamed of. So hell yeah, you're gonna be envious, jealous, hurt, salty, all of the above. So let's read. And on top of that, the Lord hates you. So everybody gonna be, it tells you in Isaiah 14 that everybody's gonna look down at you. You know, you're gonna be embarrassed, you're gonna be in pain, you're gonna be suffering. All right, we ain't gonna stop.
Brother posted a precept. Psalms 52 verse 5. God shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living. Salah.
Hey, that's it. And that's what's going to happen. When Yahushua comes, whichever elite is here, which I doubt there's any, all right, any top elites at least, you going straight into shackles. You ain't gonna be doing here. We're gonna take you where we gonna take you, and we're gonna put you in shackles, and you're gonna get right to work. You know, they don't care if you're in the middle of eating, you're in the middle of sleeping, whatever you're doing, it's a wrap. The second you see that big chariot, that father chariot come down with the other chariots, man, just get on your knees. Matter of fact, you know what you should do? You should just have the shackles ready, put them on, get on your knees and just wait for your Yahushua. Okay, when he comes, I'm right here. You don't even have to use force, just take it.
There's some Edomites who already did that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they've shackled themselves, they put them sorry, they bowing down to people.
Shit.
Straight up.
Hey, the Lord, he still ain't trying to hear that. Because he wants a justification, a means to hurt you.
Right.
It don't matter if I'm sorry and you on your knees. Does that erase everything you did? No. The Most High says, I require that which is past. So there ain't no escape, man.
Another precept, brother, posted in the chat. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 13. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he have made crooked?
And it tells you in Psalms that they are estranged from the womb. So in the spirit, they're crooked. The scripture say in Rebecca, they're not upright in the spirit. So if you're not upright, you're crooked. So if they're crooked in the spirit, who can change that, man? You try to teach Esau, you know, oh, well, Edomite make it. How the hell is the Edomite going to make it? In this spirit, he hasn't been designed to receive this word. They're like the deaf adder that stoppeth the ear. Oh, you got it? Bring it up.
Yeah, whatever you said. This Lamentations chapter 3, starting from verse 38. Out of the mouth of the Most High proceeded not good and evil? Wherefore does a living man complain, a man for punishment of his sins?
Thank you. So it's right there. It's plain and cut, man. You know, if you do something, the Most High will bless you if you do something good, and he's gonna whoop your ass if you do something bad. So what's hard about that?
And it tells you what man on earth has ever turned what Yahweh said. Nobody can do it. So the Lord said he is Esau, he's going to uproot him, right? Which also Daniel, the statue, this is the last kingdom on the feet, he's going to uproot that shit out of it. You know, this place is man, he's going to do an infinite number on this shit, man.
Oh yeah. True, man. This place, that's a beautiful thing, man. To hell with this place, man. That's why we're so happy, and you mad. You want to cry, really, that's what you're doing. You're crying in your closet somewhere, hoping and praying to sweet Jesus that he turns around after this joint. But Jesus don't exist, okay? He ain't coming for you, man. Maybe you're praying to a demon that's going to whisper in your ear, gotcha, I'll make it off, man. I'll make it off, man. He ain't going to do shit, man. The scripture say the deceived and the deceiver are his. So you getting deceived, man.
Sirach 42 and 24. All things are double one against another, and we have made nothing imperfect.
You ain't made nothing imperfect. So guess what? Even Esau's perfect to do wickedness, the son of perdition. Okay? Everything is perfect to do what he was created to do. Okay? Except for you Israelites who are being wicked.
I didn't read it right. It says, Lamentations chapter 3, verse 27. Who is he that saith, and it comes to pass, when the Lord commandeth it not?
Thank you, man. Who is he that saith, and it comes to pass, when the Lord commanded it not? That shows you that what? Anything that happens through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You know, if the Lord, if you say, hey man, that shows you who the true prophets are. And it shows you what? We speak according to the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because if we say something, we prophesy something, and it comes to pass, that means the Lord willed it. And if the Lord willed it, and we knew it before it happens, then that validates Amos 3 and 7, telling you that we're the true prophets of the Lord. Okay? So, Malachi.
No, we bring this up everything. Right. This is Malachi chapter 1, starting from verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, says the Lord.
So the Lord said he loved us. Go ahead.
Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
No, we're going into Esau now.
Says the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
So who said that? The Lord, read the top again.
Right. This is the burden of the word to Israel by Malachi.
And that came from what? The Spirit of the Lord, man. It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord said he loved us, and he didn't stop there. He said, I hate Esau. So that means when I bless you, I'm going to curse him. You know? I'm gonna dish it out to everybody. You're gonna get the blessings, but you're gonna get cursed. Okay? You're gonna be in pain. Beautiful, man.
I have loved you, says the Lord. Yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Right, so you got our people saying, well, how are we the chosen people? Why are we suffering like this? If the Most High is real, why is this happening? They come up with these different say, not understanding that they're paying for the consequence for their actions.
Hey, they can't even like complete the thought of them being the Lord's chosen people, because they really see how they look and how they feel and how their life is, and they're like, look, man, we ain't no goddamn Israelites, you know, because the way the Lord has set this place up, they can never be in their mind, they can never be the Lord's chosen. So that's why they say, wherein hast thou loved us, right? Was not Jacob Esau's brother, says the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
So Esau's mad because his heritage and his inheritance is going to be laid waste for the dragons of the wilderness, but ours is going to be the new kingdom, man. That's why he's mad. He's like, why the hell did I pull the short straw? You know what I'm saying? But that's just how the Most High set it up. Are you going to tell the Most High what to do? Revelation 4 and 11 says everything was created for the Lord. So if it pleases the Lord to make you suffer, because you were created to be the wicked, then so be it. You know, if you claim to love the Lord, then you gotta love everything He does. And if He wants to destroy you, you gotta love that too. That's it. You know, it's very simple. That was it on that. All right, let's go to Romans. So now we read how the Lord feels about Esau and why what's gonna happen to Esau is gonna happen to him. Matter of fact, go to Isaiah 14. Let's read what's gonna happen to Esau, and then we read what we're gonna get in turn. Okay? Because, hey, there's a precept that says, I was envious at the wicked, you know, at the prosperity of the wicked. Yeah, bring that out, man. And that's showing you what? Because there was a point where we were salty. You know, we're not going to lie. There was a point where we were salty, and we were like, why the hell? Job said, they that are younger than I have me in derision. So, we were salty at one point, like, why the hell? You know, and that's why the disciples were trying to ask Yahushua if He's going to bring the kingdom now. Because we were like, why the hell we got to, you know, be subject to these heathens? You know? Because we were salty when you were getting your blessing. Now, it's time for you to be salty, man. Nah, he good. Okay? So, hey, there was a time, man, when we were like, yo, hey, Ezra said it. Give me that in second Ezra's 6, and I think 52. Okay? Ezra said it, man. If the Most High loves us, why the hell are we under these heathens? You were salty. Ezra was salty. Okay, Job was salty. King David was salty. Okay, the disciples were salty. We were all salty. So, hey, we all had to, you know, bear our burdens. But when it comes, you gotta drink the cup, man. When it comes, you gotta drink it, because you were so quick to pour it for somebody else to drink it. You put the wine to your neighbor's mouth. But now when the drink of judgment comes, you don't want to drink it. Nah, that's not how it works, man. All right, bring that up. We got this. All right,
Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 54. After these things, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people whom thou hast chosen.
Right, so everybody comes from Adam, including the chosen line. Okay, where you have Noah, okay, Seth, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Okay, that we came from Adam, but we were the chosen line. All right.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people, which also come from Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
So Ezra's saying here that the Lord made the world for our sakes. Okay? So if something belongs to us and we're about to get it back, we're about to declare ownership, what are you mad about? Because you borrowed our world and we're trying to get it back, you're mad? Stay mad. Jump to the part where he says, all right.
Thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle.
So that's how the Lord considers you, spittle. And I'm pretty sure the Lord didn't even want to raise Esau up. He just did it as a form of judging us. You know, He's like, let me find the most vilest creature and put him over you as a form of judgment. Not because I love this vile creature, or else I wouldn't have made him vile. I made him vile because I don't like him. But the reason I'm using him is to get at you. You know, like hey, you got these women, they so emotional, they get salty. They'll cheat on you with some ugly ass, big bone, skinny mouth, you know what I'm saying? Man boob looking ass dude who's ugly as hell just because they wanted to get back at you. Not because they like him, you know?
and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falls from a vessel.
So if I'm carrying a bucket of water, and let's say I shake it a little bit, a little drop falls down, you think I'm gonna stop and warn about that little drop? I don't care. I really don't. Okay, it's a drop. You don't even care. If somebody was like, if you're thirsty and you're like, can I get some water? And I say I'll give you a drop, you'd be like, you know what, never mind. Don't even give me that. I'll just stay thirsty. Because a drop is that insignificant. So that's what the Lord said these heathens are like. Go ahead.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing,
They've been reputed as nothing. Go ahead.
have begun to be lords over us,
Have begun to be lords over us. Go ahead.
and to devour us.
And to devour us. And they've been doing that since they came into power. Okay? It's like you have Ham, you know what I'm saying? They got us, and they said after they done, they're like, all right, I'm gonna tag you Assyrians and come in. And the Assyrians come, all right, mess them up, send them Sennacheribs and all them. All right, my time is up. Let me tag the Babylonians. All right, the Babylonians come, well, keep that nigga, stomp them out. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the Greeks come in, DDT, body slam, whatever the case may be. Fold the chair, then the Romans is already on the top rope, getting ready to come. Like, yo, you done? I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they did it. Just like that. They began to devour us, all right? Because when you look at it, man, the main victims of all these rulerships is us. Siege of Jerusalem. Why they go destroy, all right, these other nations like they did us? You know?
But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Right, so Ezra was asking, if the world was made for us, because Ezra was in the Babylonian captivity, so he's like, hold up. The scriptures, you say you love us, we are chosen, we the chosen line, why the hell are we on the bottom? You know? So, hey, we were salty. It's okay. We went through it too. We know how it feels. So now it's time for you to feel it.
This is Psalm 73. This is the Psalm of Asaph, verse 2. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, and my steps as well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. What?
Verse 4. For there are no bands in their death, and their strength is firm. Meaning there's no pain in their death. You know, they enjoy all they can, and then they die a peaceful death. All right. Verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Look up the word trouble. Let's see what it says. So that's why you can look at an Edomite. Hey, you got they got an inheritance. So the kid don't even gotta finish high school. He can end up as CEO or some shit because he got the connects. He don't do nothing. He just has money coming in. So you see these little white boys driving the finest whips. Esau always driving the finest new car. He don't even have to buy. He just finances it because he just got the money coming in like that. And that's how they live. They grow old. They got their big house. They got their family, their wife, their kids, and then they die. And then they pass it on down. You're like, what the hell? You would think they the chosen people, you know? And then you look at us, constantly struggling from birth to death. You're like, what the hell is going on? So he said he was envious at the prosperity of the wicked. Why the hell they got the best things? Why are we on the bottom? If we are chosen people, why are they prospering and we suffering? Why did we go through slavery, but yet they put us in slavery and they still good? You know? But it's for a moment. You finished on that?
Right.
Oh, you looked up trouble, right?
Yeah, trouble.
You got a quick reset? Bring it out.
This is Job 21:8. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of the Most High upon them. Their bull gendereth and faileth not. Their cow calveth and casteth not her calf.
So now that's why when you go into these Edomite neighborhoods, you go into the Scarsdales and the deeper parts of White Plains, or even if you go downtown, all right, First Avenue and around that area where Esau be at, you don't see that many cops. You know, you don't see police swarmed up in there like that because their cities are good. They're not worried about Jay coming in there and breaking in your house or a shooting happening right down the block. No, they're good. Their streets are good. Their stores are always good. Okay, their garbage, the people come on time, they clean it, everything. Their bus, their transit system, everything is good.
No street, no traffic cameras, no that, no cameras, no side of buildings, no sidewalks, none of that.
They're good. You know? you think, wait, if they the wicked, why the hell are they this? So, hold up, you enjoying all that. We suffering. Meanwhile, we suffering while all this is happening. We getting the opposite of what you getting. So when the time comes that we're supposed to get our blessing, you're mad? Come on, man. Come on. That was it?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue. All right. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. They take the timbrel and harp and rejoice at the sound of the organ. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave.
They spend their days in wealth, and when it's time to die, they're gone.
No thanks to your death.
That's it. You know? Because they don't got to worry about child support. You know what I'm saying? They don't got to worry about baby mama drama. They don't got to worry about being the first fired, last hired. They don't have to worry about what's that racial profiling. They don't have to worry about George Floyd's and Jacob Blake's and Mike Brown's and Trayvon Martin's. They don't have to worry about that. They live good. Okay? They live good, man. That's why they find their high school sweethearts. They got the money already. They have their nice weddings and the white picket fence houses and all of that, and they're good. Okay? They're not living like us. Their days are in wealth, but when it's time to die, they actually get a proper funeral. Here it is, Jake will go in debt just to pay for a funeral. You know? But for them, before they even die, years ahead, they got their will, they got their grave set. I want it this way, I want it here, I want you guys to do it like this. I want my son to get this, I want you to get that. You know? This how and you see it in the movies all the time. They got the graveyard and everything, everybody's standing around, they got the hat and the little thing in the front, and everybody's, that's it. And then they go home and they do what they gotta do. Jake, oh my God. And if you, oh my God, you can't do that. Well, what you mean? But he said he said I'll get half of it. No, he didn't say half. He said a quarter plus half. So really, you supposed to get more. But what you mean more? That's my son. No, that's my long lost auntie. Yo, and there's so much confusion.
And it turned out this to be like $7,000 they fighting over.
Bruh. And here it is. You done turned a funeral into a fight. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I'm tired of your nigga ass. You always coming in all that. There we go. Then the whole attention shifts from the funeral, and now everybody focus on the fight. Then you got beef that's gonna last for another 10 years because y'all went to fight at your father's funeral, man. That's how Jake's story goes. You know, and we've been suffering this for years, man. And now that it's time for us to because guess what? Even though we were suffering that, our inheritance did not change. It still stayed there. It was dormant. All right, but now's the time to receive it. What the hell are you mad about, man?
Hey, they will kill him, and then they'll just be like, oh, just following protocols. They'll be like, oh, all right, you come back to it. You suspend it, but with pay, right?
Right.
You give a nigga vacation for killing another man, and then you just say, oh, because he's following, protocols, procedure, and then that'll be the end of that, man.
What's that dude's name? Kyle? Something Kyle. The dude who shot the protesters. Man, that dude did not seem worried at all, man. The second they pulled up, he just got up. He still got his gun in his hand. And he just walked into them, oh no, that's what happened, da. And it's like if he's here, they coming for Jake. The nigga who shot him is right here, but you gonna walk past him, yo, you go. Yo, hey, get on the ground. I'm like, yo, bro. What the hell? Yo, the dude, the guy you looking for is right here. You got Edomites who pull up in the neighborhood. When you called him, you said, look, somebody tried to rob me. I beat him down and I'm kneeling on him right now. So when you come in, I'm the one kneeling on him. So come and get him. You gonna come in, the first thing he see a black man or let's say an Edomite or freeze. Yo, I'm the one who called you. I told you that he's here. I'm the victim. Next thing you know, I'm cuffs on the back of a police car, so asking me questions about him. So we heard that you were assaulting somebody. I'm the one who called for the assault. But that's how they go, and that's what we gotta suffer. Now, for Edomite, call the cops, man, they come in there like everything is all sweet. What's the problem, man? Oh, you said, okay. Oh, there was a video. There was a video of a cop who basically busted some Edomite teens having basically a house party, right? And he basically comes in there, and you can see on the body cam, you can hear the audio. He comes in there and he says, yo, whose house is this? And then the guy comes out, he says, oh, it's my house. Dude is standing there, and they just having a conversation. He's like, yo, man, you know you're not supposed to do that, right? Do they all testify positive? He's like, yeah, they tested positive. But they just leaving though. They just leaving like, yeah, but I have to write you or da. You're not supposed to do that, man. Come on, let me get you down. Then he runs in the system. So you tested positive. So you thought it was a good idea to do this? Hold up. When have you seen a cop talk to Jake like that? If a cop came and saw a house party with Jake, man, they'll call for backup right then and there. Before they even talk to you, they want to make sure everybody's cuffed up. on the ground, or somewhere. You know, because that's how they think, man. So these are part, guess what? It may seem minute, but for every tribulation Jake goes through, that's a blessing for Esau. Okay? It's like if a cop wants to get paid leave, you gotta kill it. You gotta kill an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I'm working too long. Yo, paid leave? Yeah, just kill one of them. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Man, yo, that's
It's crazy, man. I need some time off. All right, we find an Israelite. Wicked, man. But then you mad that we about to come into power. What kind of wicked ass shit is that? What kind of wicked? Have you not seen the earth under your rulership? At least think about the planet, because we're going to make the planet better again. We're going to make trees green. It's going to look like a scene from the Lion King movie. Don't you want that at least, man? You so mad about us coming into power. If we don't come into power, the earth is going to be destroyed, man. Yeah. You dumb idiot. You crying about something that you're going to turn around and be happy about. Even though you're going to be a hardcore slave for it. Put up your ass. You're going to be happy that, damn, the skies are clear. At least the water I'm drinking is clean. You know what I'm saying? So, what the hell is your problem?
This is the definition of trouble. It means toil. It means wearing, effort, hence, worry, whether of body or mind, the grievance, iniquity, labor, mischief.
So it says they're not in trouble as other men, so they don't have to worry like us. Okay? They don't have to suffer certain grievances and pains. Man, if they suffer in a certain pain, they go to the hospital, they get the priority care, man. The organ donors, when they're waiting for an organ, they don't gotta wait that long. This man, David Rockefeller, had 7 heart transplants. While you got somebody that's waiting for years trying to get maybe one kidney or something like that. You know? So they don't gotta worry about things we worry about, man. They just come in there, who is this? Put them to the front of the list. They're not worried about, yeah, I gotta go to the back of the line and wait, and they said they don't have one right now. They don't gotta worry about that, man. That's a part of their gift. Okay? The earth, the fatness of the earth. Okay, but that's temporal. Alright? Now it's gonna be permanent. Believe that?
They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth about them as a chain, and violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, and they have more than a heart could wish.
They have more than heart could wish. You look at how much money, that's why ultimately they want world domination, because they're rich beyond rich, and they don't know how to just chill and enjoy their riches. So they're like, when you have all the riches, now you just want absolute power. But that wasn't a part of it. That wasn't a part of your blessing. You were given the fatness of the earth and the sword, but you weren't given the kingdom of heaven. So you're trying to take your blessing and turn it into a second-hand version of our blessing. See, now you overstepping your boundaries. Now the Most High he said, whoa. Isaac never said you're going to microchip the world. Okay? He ain't never said none of that. You got to chill out, my man. All right?
Their eyes stand out with fatness, and they have more than a heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily.
So they speak wickedly concerning oppression. They try to justify it. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. They could gun down one of our people, and then immediately they defend the cop, and then they won't even release the footage of the guy getting shot. Instead, they'll release evidence about how he was a criminal, how his background history was this, how he was doing this. Hey, there was a article I was reading about some I think it was an Edomite woman, and she worked in a school somewhere or something like that. And basically, she's coming out saying, "Oh, everybody's focusing on Jacob Blake shooting, but he actually had a warrant for domestic violence." Da 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 da. And they're like, "Yo, listen, man. Like, you know, it's one of those that's she's trying to bring that point up. Like, yeah, I understand it was bad, but then again, this, that, and that to try and justify. Well, guess what? He had a warrant. Why not arrest him? You know. Now, given, okay, being fair here, some of these situations Jake can avoid, all right, but Jake, they don't. They do a little too much, all right. Now, thinking if you were Jacob Blake, you got the police. The Lord said, "What? Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves, because you are sheep in the midst of wolves." If you know the police is right behind you with a gun, why are you walking to your car door? And when you watch the video, it looks like he actually reached, because he goes down, but then you can see his shoulder move as though he's stretching his arm for something. Now, if a cop is behind you with a gun to you, and you know these cops are trigger happy already, the slightest movement, what you think he was going to do? Of course, he didn't have to shoot you 7 times, but then again, you're dealing with the devil here. So now you got to think, this guy got a gun to my back. They have a history of being trigger happy, killing people like me for no reason. People like me have died for simpler situations. So you know what? Whatever. Let me just comply. You know? But hey, at the end of the day, the devil's going to do what the devil is going to do. And Jake's going to do what Jake's going to do.
Right, and it's also said that they speak loftily, right? The word loftily means to be proud. Man, I appreciate it. This is Sirach chapter 10, starting from verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one's heart departed from the Lord, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that has it shall pour out an abomination, and therefore the Lord shall bring upon them strange calamities and overthrow them utterly. All right, so when you're proud, you know, you ultimately forgot about the Most High. You ultimately forget that there's a power above you. That everything that you are is because, like the scripture says, that the race is not to to the swift, right? Nor the bread to the strong. Roughly, Shalak, if I'm butchering it. But yeah, you forget that it's because time and chance that the Lord has given it to you. You start being proud. You start forgetting about the Lord. You start saying what? The Lord doesn't exist. All right? You start. That's why they have.
They think it's of them.
Yeah, they think it's of them. They have power to do everything. All right? They think what? They are the ones that cure blindness. They are the ones that cure heart attacks, the heart diseases. They're the one that can do anything. So they speak loftily. All right? That's why concerning oppression, they've done all these things, but they don't hold themselves accountable because they think that they're on top and judgment has to come from them. That's why they don't They don't put themselves in. They don't. That's why I don't. That's why they don't humble themselves because they think nothing is going to happen unless they decide they want something to happen to them.
So they think they're God.
They think they're God. That's what it is. And the scripture says that they pour an abomination, which also shows that the Lord really hates them. If He didn't hate them at birth, He really hates them now because now they're really pouring out an abomination. They look like pork in the eyes of the Lord.
Hey, even pork looks better. You know what I'm saying? Because logo look at pork like, yo, you good. You doing your thing, my man. You know, as long as I ain't gonna eat you. You know, but you good because I created you. I created you for a reason. You know, but you supposed to say
It says strange collect.
manifest destiny. Right. Yep. And they forget that part. They forget that it has been given to them. Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That means somebody gave you that. And the same person who gave it to you can take it away from you. And the spiritual how Isaac, who was Yahushai, gave them the blessing, and guess what? Yahushai is going to come back and take that away from you.
It says strange calamity. So we don't even know how the hell the Lord, we know the Lord is coming back to fuck this place up. But we don't even know how he's going to do it. We don't know what kind of shit he's going to come in detail. We don't know how it is. Yeah, never before seen. So strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. So they're not going to be somebody who has his house in the wilderness.
One Edomite with the hood on.
Yeah, who escaped judgment. Oh, yeah, I got my house in the woods. I'm in tune with nature, all that shit. Nah, nigga, you're going to search out and destroy every single one of them. Yeah.
They show you that in all their movies. They're gonna have a little council of Edomites, right? Alright, so the Margie comes tonight, so we're gonna be in the oak tree this time. Alright, so how we gonna do this? Okay, so we're gonna try to take out the guards, and then as they doing it, they're gonna see a chariot right above them, and we just looking at them. You know, and they just look up and they see us, and they already know what's about to happen. You got it. Yeah, come with me, man. Grab them up, and take them to because we gonna have certain punishments for Edomites who are trying to rebel or we conspire. Even if you think it, we're gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take them to the chamber. They already gonna know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Scared as hell. No, not the chamber, please. You know what I'm saying? You gotta drive them. They don't want to walk. You don't get your red ass up, man.
You're not gonna have, an Edomite Jay-Z who's kind of living good. I made it. You're not gonna have an Edomite LeBron James who's giving man, but nah, nigga, all of y'all gonna be a mud. Y'all all gonna be mud, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be fair. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be equity. You know, we're not gonna let one Edomite be a but no, it's okay. Look,
actually, the Lord said we're gonna double. So, nigga, I ain't gonna be fair.
No, we're gonna be fair in the terms of we ain't gonna have one Edomite like you said, like a Jay-Z that's living better off. No, all of y'all gonna be suffering, man. So at least y'all can suffer together. Now, the elites, we're not gonna be fair with you, okay?
Right. So they speak loftily, proudly, and they set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters full of cup are wrung out of them. And they say, how does the Lord know? Is there any knowledge in the Most High?
Bring something forth. Oh yeah, bring it up. All right, and that ultimately goes into Esau's pride, man. They think they're never gonna go down. That's why they hate whenever anybody talks about the downfall of this kingdom. You know, they're like, "What you mean? That's treason." Guess what? You gonna call treason on their Yahushua? Because Yahushua, he ain't gonna come to talk. We're doing the talking for him. When he comes, he's coming to do the action. He's coming to bring the pain. You know, you ain't gonna arrest him.
All right, Psalms 94, verse 2. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth, render a reward to the proud. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And all the workers of iniquities boast themselves. Verse 5. They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger, and they murder the fatherless. Verse 7. Yet they say, the Lord shall not see, neither shall the God of Jacob regardeth. Verse 8. Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that places the ear, shall he not hear? He that formeth the eye, shall he not see?
So you think when you killing our people in the streets, you know, and you doing all these things that you're doing, the Most High ain't gonna see it? The one who created your eye ain't gonna see? The one who created the ear ain't gonna hear? The one who puts the thoughts in your mind does not know what you're planning? Come on, man. The fact that you want to fight against the Most High is because he made you want to fight against him. At that point, you should really think and sit down and be like, you know what? We lost. You know? We lost, because how the hell you fight somebody that's put it in your mind to fight him?
Or lose a step because your heart in his hand. Damn, man.
Yeah, you ain't gonna. You like, all right, I'm gonna throw it right straight, but that's what he wants you to do. The reason you're gonna do that is because he wants you to do it. You can't think. It's not like he's reading your mind. He's making you think it. That's the full extent. You know, all right. If he's making me do this, then I'm gonna do this instead. But he made you do that. You know what I'm saying? He made you think of the counter to the counter. He made you think of everything you're thinking of, man. Okay?
And he that chastises the heathen, shall he not correct? And he that teaches men knowledge, shall he not know? The Lord knoweth the thought of man, and they are vanity.
They are vanity, man. Okay? And that's why ultimately you gotta think about it. Your blessing, this is what you did with it, as we just read. You blaspheme against the one who gave you the blessing. All right? You hurt his chosen people. You touched the apple of his eye. So what the hell is your problem? Matter of fact, if there was a vote with all the nations as to whether Esau should stay in power or we should come into power, they would vote us into power. Because the scriptures say when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So they're gonna be like, hell no, man. Take this damn devil off, man. The only reason, even your own Edomite kinsfolk are gonna want you out of power, man. Okay?
Hey, they try to, they try to, you know how they say, you don't like America, leave and then go to a different place. And then one Jake was like, you don't belong here either, right? So matter of fact, let's let the Native Americans decide which one stay and which one leave. And I guarantee your ass will be out of here.
True. Isaiah 14. Start at 12.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down from the to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven.
You know what? No.
Isaiah chapter 14, starting from verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel.
So right there and there, the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel. You want to leave it up to the Lord? You mad at us, right? You saying that we feel like we won the golden goose, we won the golden ticket. Okay, well guess what? If you're saying that we're not the Israelites because we saying we're the Israelites, let the Lord choose. Okay? And he already has chosen, and you're gonna find out in due time. Okay? What?
Will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
He's gonna take us to our own land, and it's not here. Okay? The land is after our name, Israel or Jerusalem.
And the stranger shall be joined unto them.
And those are Israelites. Okay, go ahead.
And they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captive, whose captive they were.
Is that not fair? You know? we're going to take them captives whose captives we were. So that's why we're going to put all these heathens in subjection, because we were their captives. So now we're going to captivate all of them.
Hey, we shows you that these rats over there ain't
Right.
Because you ever heard of the Germans serving the Israelites anything? Nobody ever heard anything.
Iran wants to blow your ass off the planet Earth. They literally said they want to blow your ass off the planet Earth. I thought you were supposed to have them in captivity.
After all this that you did to us.
And that was during your blessing.
Come a little closer. Yeah.
That was during your blessing. So hold up. What you mad about, bro? What you mad about? You so focused on our blessing, you should be trying to repent for that, even though you can't. All right? Man, that's some vile stuff, man.
They'll breed us like cattle, right, for the field and stuff. But then when they no longer want us in the field, they start killing us because they think.
All right.
No. So yeah, keep going. Right. But hey, like you said, they would kill us like on some Egypt stuff, man. Once again, that was during your blessing. You know? So hey, and it's funny because the Lord interwove it to where our blessing is the Lord punishing you for your blessing. Okay? So even if you don't want us to get our blessing, we're gonna get it by default when the Lord decides to punish you. Okay?
And they shall rule over the oppressors. Verse 2. So, and it was verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest.
So the Lord's gonna give us rest from what?
From thy sorrow.
From thy sorrow.
And from thy fear.
Uh-huh.
And from hard bondage wherein thou hast made serve.
And we've been serving bondage even before we got brought here on slave ships. Okay? We've been serving bondage continually, man. So the Lord said we're going to have rest from that, man. No more working 9 to 5s. No more Uber. No more Lyft. No more retail jobs. No more janitorial. Hey, because you see a lot of Northern Kingdom, especially the older ones, they be out here working long-ass hours, man. Cleaning, the cleaning ladies and all that, man. Those are Israelites, okay? And they old and really they're supposed to be resting and getting taken care of. But look what they doing, man. And I witnessed it, man. I'm like, yo, this man got a whole head of white hair, man, or gray hair. And look how he's working, constantly cleaning everything, man. Escalated stairs. 24/7, you see this guy, he comes here like 6 a.m., you know? Tired as hell, man. But this is what you gotta do just to get by, man.
Hey, just for them to put even my spoiled brats over them, disrespect them.
Right. Yeah, because they think, oh, that's just a cleaning lady. To hell with her. Yo, bro, that could be your mom, man. You know?
Hey, they complain all the time. These janitors, that when they go to the restroom and everything, they complain because nobody shows them respect. I mean, Jake does it too, but these Edomites really don't see them as human beings at all.
Hey, they did it.
They have a name tag on them, but no, he's never heard anybody, none of the kids call them by that name.
They don't address you unless, there's a spill, can you come clean it up, that kind of thing. Even the teachers do it too. But ain't the time of what, Jim Crow, and before that, you can be, man, a little kid can disrespect you can't say nothing, man. You could be a grown-ass man. You walk in a little kid like, move. You know what I'm saying? And you dare to do something, and they know that the second you even think about doing something, they got you. They're either lynching you, they're killing you, throwing you in prison, whatever it may be, man.
Hey, my pops would be like, look, man, he's older than most of the cops that come to him. He's like, look, he doesn't say it to them, but when he comes in, he's like, look, man, you're giving me a ticket, all right? It's already grievous. You don't gotta talk to me like you own me, right? You're not doing me good for you to be talking to me like that, man. Just give me the ticket and then go your way. Right? You don't gotta do all the extra stuff.
And that's how a lot of situations escalate because they try to provoke you. On top of giving you the ticket, they know you're mad, but then they try to provoke you. Talk to you, they talk down on you as if you don't know any better.
Yeah.
Yo, it could be an accident. You know what I'm saying? You sound so wicked, man. When they see you, Jake, oh man, it's a field day for them. They get out their car, they already got their hand on it. They walking up close. They got the flashlight. You know what I'm saying? Window down. License and registration, please. License and registration. Mad aggressive. Just standing there waiting for something.
Yeah, because
your tail light is out, right? Oh no, I didn't know. When I left the house, when you left the house, it was on. Well, you should have checked. I'm driving. How the hell am I supposed to check? You know, unless somebody notifies you. If I leave my crib and before I left, my tail light is good, and in the middle of driving, it goes out. How the hell am I supposed to know that? You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody notifies you. Now, he gonna stop you on some. I don't know, man. I don't read minds, but you should have known that it was. How the hell am I supposed to do that? Well, sir, I'm gonna have to write you a ticket for having it out. Damn, it was an accident, bro. But they try to do that to escalate it. And you're like, all right, cool, just give me the ticket. But in some of them, it's not enough for them. They want to provoke. They want more. So being that your tail light is out, matter of fact, step out the car. You see, they know when they say that, Jake is going to be like, for what? You already gave me the ticket. And then they get that justification. I said step out the car. You know, oh, you resisting arrest? This all just, man, he's played out, man. Yeah. You know, you either in prison or you, and just went from a tail light. Went to a ticket, went to either prison or dead. In a matter of just minutes and hours, man. And that's why this devil gotta go. Okay? Just continue on.
From verse 3 again? Verse 3. And it shall come to pass, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrows and from thy fear, and from hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, and that thou shalt take up this proverb against king of Babylon, and say, how has the oppressor seized, the golden city seized? The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked.
How has the oppressor seized, the golden city seized? All right? Because guess what? This place is looked at, all right, as what it used to be, looked at as the glory of kingdoms. So when the Lord takes this place down, people are going to be like, how the hell? You know? Go ahead.
The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nation in anger, is persecuted.
And that's going to be a beautiful day, man. Okay? Because they didn't do it to just us. They do it to everybody. All right? Go ahead.
And none hindereth.
So he's persecuted and none hindereth. Nobody going to want to step in place on behalf of Esau. You know, like, yo, nah, I know he did all this bad, but like you gotta consider this. It wasn't him, it was the forefathers. Everybody gonna be like, get him for what he did and what his forefathers did, man. They're gonna look down upon you. They're gonna say that's what you get. Even these heathens that are also gonna be in slavery gonna look down on you. They're gonna snitch on you. They're gonna be like, man, I hate. Even though we both in slavery, guess what? Then you might have Ham or Elam, you know, and they might be cursing Esau out, you know. Look at your dumb ass, man. You actually trying to fight against the Most High. You stupid, man. We both getting our backs look bad, but you mad because you're going to get exterminated. Boy, after 1,000 years, I'm going to get my lands back. But your dumb ass, you gone. Most High, I don't know what's going to happen to you. All right? And see, that scares them. That scares the living hell, the living life out of them, man. To think that in a matter of months and years, Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? Because we feel we're really close. But in such a close period of time, you can go from whatever you're living like now to being in chains. Matter of fact, you can get destroyed in Jacob's trouble and come back into reincarnation in slavery and keep coming back for 1,000 years. And then after that, you get destroyed, you get exterminated. What do you have to look forward to? Okay? You can't. You lose your appetite for it. Okay, think about that, man. So now you can see why they're so hurt. Why they're so, it's like, damn, bro, like, I'm really about to go into slavery for 1,000 years. Damn, man. Shit. You live for like 20 years, you're like, that's a long time. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 years, oh my gosh. And then after that, you thinking, nah, I'm free, nah, bro. You won't get burnt up. So what you gotta look forward to is the 1,000 years, because that's the time you're gonna be alive. But even in that, you get your ass beat. You know, you're gonna wish 1,000 years is up, but then you're gonna rethink it and be like, yo, but I'm going to think now. We don't know what the Most High is gonna do. He might just destroy your spirit, or he might put in a heathen nation. Who knows? We're gonna find out. All right, but either way, you still gonna suffer it. Okay, go ahead.
And he that ruleth the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is his breast, and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, verse 8. Yea, the fair trees rejoice in thee.
And I keep referring it back to the Lion King, because that's a beautiful example. You know, when Simba was born, and zebras, the gazelles, everybody was there. Lions, everybody was there, man. Elephants, birds, and they brought Simba, and then you had the trees swaying, you know what I'm saying? The zebras singing. Everybody's gonna be happy. The animals are gonna be happy. All right, the trees are gonna be happy. Everybody's gonna be happy at your downfall, man.
And the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us.
And when you look up the word fella, it goes into basically a lumberjack. Okay, somebody who cuts down trees. Okay, so they're gonna rejoice because since you came, all right, since you got taken out of power, ain't no such thing as deforestation. We trying to take down these trees so we can build cities here. For what? The scriptures say that they fill not the faces of the earth with cities, man. They're trying to build a concrete jungle everywhere.
Right. Hell from beneath is moved for thee. Verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Hey, man. So what's that, Isaiah?
Isaiah
Look up the
14,
word
man.
hell. Look up the word hell. I believe you should say Sha'wal. Man, that means that everything in existence hates you so much that when it's time for you to go, it's like they're not even gonna wait for you to get out the door. The door gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even take the 3 steps to get there. We're gonna bring that shit to you right here, man. All right, because everybody wants you out. What does it say? What's the name?
Yeah, Sha'wal, which
It's
is
the grave. Now they'll say, oh, the underworld. No, ain't no such place as hell. It's the grave. So your destruction is coming up to meet you. Death is coming. Death is right there. Like, yo, the second the most I get to go ahead, I got you, bro. You don't gotta come to me. Forget a car accident. I'm gonna just take your spirit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to wait for it to play out. Death is moved to meet thee at thy coming, man. Okay? That's why you hurt. Because while that's happening, what we gonna be doing? Life is moved to meet us at our coming. You know what I'm saying? You bodies are moved to meet us at our coming. Chariots are moved to meet us at our coming. A kingdom is moved to meet us at our coming. Jerusalem is going to rejoice and it's going to be moved to meet us at our coming. Okay? Everything in existence is going to be happy, all right, to meet us at our coming while you suffering. Okay? Go ahead.
it stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up from their thrones all kings of the nations. All they speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
All they speak and say unto thee, are you also become weak as we? Because at one point, you was some hot shit. You know, you were a top dog. You know what I mean? You had your military, you had the craziest technology up to date. You know, you had the militarization, you had the media, you had everybody under your spell. Oh, now you like us, right? Remember us doodle-eating Hamites? Right? Now, well, welcome. You know what I'm saying? You know, black-ass, tall-ass Hamite, he gonna make you a shit cake. Like, welcome into his mud hut. You know what I'm saying? You like us now, right? This is your new home, nigga. Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This pains him to see us smile like that. It's like.
That's right. Nightmares, man.
That's right.
You know, I know vocab the Lord probably been dreaming about Apostle Sahar. He probably see Apostle Sahar's face. You know what I'm saying? He probably, hey, the Lord probably giving him nightmares of us in the kingdom. Because you know, the Apostle already called dibs on him. And he gonna rent him out. When the Apostle Rambam already placed his first claim, has to rent him out. You know, so man, the tortures, yo, Apostle might say, you got him, Apostle Rambam. And then he gonna come back like, please don't ever rent me out again. I'd rather just stay with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man. And that, like you said, it pays them to see the smile on our face. Hey, man.
You were down the way with our Israelites?
Yeah. Hey, they hurt, man. They hurt. Go ahead. And we happy. We happy, number one, that you hurt. And number two, at our reward. Okay? Should we not be? Like, come on, anybody would be happy to get a reward. So why are you mad that we get ours? Come on, man. You just be insulted.
Isaiah 14:11, thy pomp is brought down to the grave,
Their pride. Go ahead.
and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right. So that state of rulership, that state of being on top, guess what? You fell from that. And Lucifer is not talking about spiritual demon Satan. The word Lucifer, all right, means a light bearer or illuminated. That's where you get the term Illuminati from. Okay, so that's really referring to Esau Edom, starting with his elites. So how did you fall from your rulership? How did you fall from your power seat so quickly? Okay, go ahead.
Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground?
That's the spirit. You got a little, you look like an Edomite boy. He's crying. You know, that's the spirit, man. He's crying. Yeah. And he's on the ground. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And look at where we at. He on top of the rock. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, stand on him. Stand on him. That's your destiny.
None of them are safe.
And no, and what does the scripture say? Nobody's coming to comfort him.
Nobody's gonna come.
Nobody, none hindering.
No comfort.
And yo, his father is
He ain't
turning
even-
red
he ain't
in the
even-
face. His father is mad at
Alright,
these
you can bring it
scriptures
back.
coming out. Yo, his father's mad as hell. The scriptures coming out.
Hey, no, you can
Oh, shit.
Just like that, they gone.
You know, he just came and hit his spots, man. You know, hey, that's the spirit, man. That's spiritual. You know, that's spiritual, man. Because hey, the Most High is about to do some wondrous work, man. Give me Sloppy, can you get that for me? Psalms 119 and 127. Because we're in exciting times, man. Our spirits are rejuvenated, man. Okay, we are excited because that great falling away, it went away. Our punishment, the iniquity of our punishment, or the punishment of our iniquity, has come to an end. So now we're finally getting the blessings, we're getting up the curses. The Lord's about to lift that up. You know, He's about to show who His elect are. So of course, you got every reason to rejoice, man.
All right, this is Psalms 118, verse 127. Therefore, I love thy commandments.
Check 126. It says
126. Yeah, it's 126. It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void the law.
It is time for thee,
Right.
Lord, to work, man. Now's the time that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to show forth all His power, man. He's going to show forth His glory. It's going to start from now all the way into the kingdom, man. And we going to actually see, all right, the full power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. See, throughout history, He can only show us glimpses. We've seen but a grain of what the Lord wants to show us, okay? But when that time comes, man, hey, man, we going to see everything there is to see, okay?
Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right? That's just a quick cut for y'all, because y'all know all the violence that y'all put on our people, all the shame that y'all deserve. Y'all ain't never been accounted. Y'all ain't never been judged for the shame that y'all had, the crime y'all committed, man. So when y'all get cut off forever, man, like the little baby was crying, thou shalt be cut off forever, man. All right?
That's gonna be a beautiful day, man. It's gonna be a celebration. You know, everybody gonna pull up. Okay, all right, hey, where the Edomites at? Bring them up. Everybody's gonna rejoice, man. Because, look, man, if you have a virus, what is a virus good for? A virus is good for destroying software, destroying a computer. But if I don't want to destroy any more computers, what I need the virus for? I can just get rid of the virus, you know? And everybody's gonna be relieved because now nobody has to worry about their computer catching a virus again, you know? So the reason you were created is gonna be fulfilled, all right? And once the Lord takes you out of power, what use will we have for you? Nothing. We don't need anybody to go around being the devil on the earth anymore. Because now we're in the kingdom of righteousness, okay? Well, you would be right here, Isaiah 14.
See, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
They weaken the nations through their philosophies, okay, through their democracy, through their westernization, and through their military ultimately, through the sword, like you said. You know, it's either you comply with us, or we beat you down and make you comply with us.
And again, if I may, Lucifer only mean illuminated ones, and what y'all did with this term and the time that y'all had on the place was falsify a lot of truths, man. What y'all did was come here and put y'all philosophies out there, vocab. You know, y'all ain't ready to lead this world properly. Cause when the righteous is in rule, we rejoice. And what's happening right now, when the wicked is in rule, we mourn.
Right.
And this planet Earth is mourning, man. All right. So what y'all did, y'all came here to do like the brother said, the virus corrupts the system. But when you get rid of, when the virus is gone, There's no corruption, man. There's no freeze. There's no lagging. There's no glitches. Y'all serve y'all part, and then when y'all done, when that 1,000 years is over, y'all completely eradicated off the planet of the Earth, man, off the face of the planet, and civilization itself. Because that's what y'all was here for. Y'all was here to wreak havoc, man. Y'all was here just to wreak havoc. That's y'all whole nature. Everything that y'all do is of negative tone.
And the scripture say who's working is after the energy of Satan, basically. All right, so that's the vibration they're coming. Adverse to life, always deceiving people. Okay, let's read this, like you mentioned.
Revelation 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants the prophets.
And that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants the prophets. Like I said, who doesn't want a reward? If you pull up to somebody, you're like, you know, like that favorite uncle that always comes with rewards. You know, I got something for you, and he got his hand behind his back, and automatically, it don't matter how you feeling, you get a big ass smile on your face. You're like, oh shit, what is it? You know, he usually gets me good gifts. Imagine the Most High about to give you a reward. It ain't gonna be a car or a house. Nah, man, the Most High, man, anything you ever want. Okay? So give reward to thy servants, the prophets,
And to the saints.
So it's not just the 144,000, but the rest of the Israelites. You have the 144, which are part of the 1/3. All right? It's not the 144 and then the 1/3. We are part of the 1/3. The 144 is just the governing body. Okay? So the rest of the 1/3, which are the elects, which the saints are all Israelites. But it's going to start with the 144 and the rest of the 1/3. Go ahead.
And to them that fear thy name.
And who fears the name of Yahweh Bashem El Shai? Us. Pursuant to Baruch 2 and 30 on down. All right?
Small and great, and shouldst destroy them which destroy the earth.
See, you hear that? So give reward to thy servants the prophets and destroy them that destroy the earth. And right now, the earth is being destroyed. The trees are dying. Animals are dying. Animals are going extinct. The coral reefs are dying. The beauty in the ocean is dying. You got these oil spills. You're polluting the air. You're polluting the water. Genetically modifying organisms from food to animal to people.
The vegetation is being destroyed too. In California, all the wildfires. You know how many acres of land of vegetation? Vegetation is life too, man. These leaves that y'all see, all this greenery back here, it's alive, man.
Right.
And y'all destroying it. But we know what y'all doing, man. Y'all think we don't know what y'all doing in the air? It's sparking those fires too?
Direct energy weapons.
Yeah. We know.
This is what you're doing to the food.
Injecting the
Yeah.
with steroids.
See, the one on the left is a regular
Yeah.
tomato, but the one on the right is a GMO
Yeah.
tomato. And now, as you can see, the tomato has a core, but as you can see on the right, where's the core for the tomato?
Right.
And if y'all enjoy seedless grapes, man, y'all bug outs, man. How you gonna enjoy something that is grown from a seed but doesn't have seeds?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That's like having an apple that don't have seeds, an orange that don't have seeds. Y'all just love it because y'all ain't gotta spit the seeds out or discard the seed. Actually, you're really supposed to eat the seed. You're supposed to swallow the seed. But y'all up here thinking that it's convenient for y'all. They just destroying y'all as a people, man. They making y'all GMO human beings.
Right. It's like a man with no nuts. You know,
Right.
What's the seed? The seed is to help continue, whether it's food or animals or humans.
That's like a woman with no titties.
Right.
I seen the vasectomy. That's when they cut off the titties because the titty got cancer in it. And yo, man, it's a turn off. You can't really get with a woman and they feel like their life is over. Sometimes they get their uterus removed where they can't have kids no more. But if you look at a naked woman and she ain't got no breasts and they've been cut off, it's a turn off, man. And it's not natural. So when you look at a man, he ain't got no goddamn testicles. That's just that's the end of a man. That's the end of it for itself. So when y'all castrate yourself as y'all goddamn transgenders do, y'all are committing a abomination, man.
And that's why why you think the Most High created the woman physically the way He made her? Because He put something within us to where, of course, she got a big booty, she got a nice curve, she got wide hips, she got nice titties. You're not having sex with the titties or the ass or the hips. there's a box, all right, that all women have a box, but for some reason, seeing those things is like, it's almost as though the box is gonna be better just because she got that. Because it's a way the Most High programmed us. And that's why he made Israelite women, majority, have those features. But now, of course, you see a lot of them, they look like top-heavy gorillas. But that's just a curse, okay? But naturally, our women are supposed to look like that because that's how the Most High designed us to want that. So of course, genetically, you know, today they pollute your mind and make it seem as though, oh, you're just a thirsty predator because you know what I mean, you what's that, sexualizing women. Why the hell you think the Most High gave you ass, hips, and tits? You know, for you, no, because that is what pleases the man, and the Most High say He created the woman for the man. So what the hell's your problem there? But Esau confuses you now. Going into the breast, like you said, you see a shorty, right? You know what I'm saying? You guys getting it on and everything. And she take off her shirt and come to find out her breasts leave with the shirt. That shit was fake. You know what I'm saying? She flat chested and shit. You know what I mean? You gonna at least have like something. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna be on some like, oh shit, like damn. You know what I'm saying? Like you might just, you know, yo, let's talk. Let's actually watch the Netflix. You know, Netflix and chill. Let's actually watch the movie this time. You know, bring that out. Which this is talking about wisdom, but you can apply it.
All right, go ahead. Proverbs chapter 5, verse 19. Let her be as a loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times.
So why in the book of Proverbs is it comparing wisdom to a woman's breast and saying let that satisfy thee? Because exactly, that's how the Most High created. Of course, it's to provide milk for the children, but it's also to play with. You know what I'm saying? There's a turn on, man. All right, we're not gonna get into too many details on that, but it's just showing you how the Most High set it up. You know, people like to be all fake with it, man. It's just be real about it, man. The Most High created for a reason. Oh, we can't talk about. Oh, you a man of God? You can't talk about women. If you're a man of God, what? You can't do certain things. You can't use certain words. Come on, man. Get the hell out of here, bro.
If I may, when we was younger, we used to have a contest who could spit the watermelon seed out the furthest. Now, if the watermelon ain't got no seeds,
Right.
that contest is gone.
Right.
You can't have that contest no more.
Yeah, if I'm gonna say too, like the fruits, right? When for example, these monkeys, when they eat the fruit and they accidentally eat the seed and they sit somewhere else, the tree grows from that ground, and that's how right. That's
The fertilizer in the seed.
Fertilizer land, and that's how you have what fruits, trees.
Look at that. Yeah.
And so you worried about all this shit. What if you really care about the planet? You're trying to improve what the trees and everything. You stop that stupid shit that you're doing and let you eat the seed. And what kind of shit is that anyway? What are you gonna eat if there's no seed? How the hell do you keep this going?
And they think hey, you really think about it and see why do you do that? You know, it's not, would you need to tell me that you know more than the Most High? The Most High put something there, but you taking it out. Because it's better that way. How the hell is it better that way? You know what I'm saying? The Most High knows what he did, man. He's very specific. He didn't miss it. Oh, thank you for catching that, Esau. I missed that for a second. No. All right? And it was good. You know? So that shows you the devil, man. You are Satan. You are adverse to the Most High, and you are adverse to life. You were injecting chickens. Look, man, number one, you're not supposed to keep a chicken cooped up inside a cage for its whole life. When you go to these stores, man, you see the chickens literally just standing in a cage like this. They can't go anywhere. They're in the cage. They eat from the cage. They shit in the cage. They sleep in the cage. That's not healthy. Okay? The chicken is supposed to be hey, when you go to Ghana, the chicken will run around, man. You know, they might have a chicken den, okay, which is big enough for it to run around, you know, pick up certain things, because sometimes they eat certain worms or certain little animals off the ground, you know, and then they eat their regular stuff. That's what allows the chicken to actually taste better and to be more nutritious, man. When you keeping that shit all cooped up, everything is artificial, man. That's not life, okay? That's anti-life, man. You're killing the way the world is supposed to move, man, because everything balances itself out in the ecosystem. That's what's called homeostasis, man. If you breaking the chain somewhere, it's gonna have an adverse reaction of everything, man. Because it's like a ring, it keeps going, it keeps going. Everything needs to function for it. Lions gotta kill animals, for them to kill animals, for them to kill animals. It gotta go that way, man. You know, show you something, man. Oh yeah, that go back to how you did. So we're showing you ultimately why really you should rejoice at our blessing as well. You shouldn't be salty. You should rejoice, man. Think about it, man. Even you get tired of the certain BS you gotta endure under under your own nation's rule.
Right. If I may, quick precept in the book of Isaiah, the Lord even created you guys to destroy this place, man. You damn Edomites think that y'all are controlled, and y'all think that y'all are elite who has programs like the G20 and all that to decide on what's the next 10, 20 years going to be. The Lord already decided 2,000 years ago on how it was going to be, man. And let me just quick bring out Isaiah 54:16. Where it speaks of how he created y'all to be the way that y'all is, man. Slot, read it verbatim. 54:16, yeah. Cause you know, y'all take credit and y'all prideful on the work that y'all be doing, man. Y'all think that we don't know about the works that y'all do, man. But here it go. Verse 16. Behold, I created the smith that bloweth the coals and the fire. That's right. That's right. And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waste to destroy. The waste is you damn Edomites, man. Wasted is he. That's what Shashua means in Hebrew when you say Esau. All right? And y'all the waste, and y'all was put here to destroy this place, man. So y'all not even doing nothing new under the sun, man. The Lord commanded y'all to do the work that y'all do, man. When y'all got these GMOs and y'all got all this pollution, okay? Y'all got the sword, y'all got these nukes. All of that was predestined for y'all, man. This is the work of y'all people, man. Pedophilia. All right. The Lord created the smith, and the main instrument is that damn nuke, man. The Lord said it when he had let Edomite quote his words. He said, "I am the now I'll become the destroyer of worlds, man." That was Oppenheimer. All right. So once y'all made the A-bomb, y'all thought y'all was the ruler of these worlds, man. But y'all really not, man. Y'all just total pawns. Y'all total puppets. Yeah, Isaiah 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
Right, so the Lord said he created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, like the brother went into. All right, that's you scientists, you Edomite scientists, because what? The Lord gave you now, you can have a blacksmith, all right, which is somebody who deals with certain things. You have a swordsmith. Smiths are creators of different things, whether it's armor or whatever it may be. In today's day and age, the modern day smiths will be the scientists. Because you're the ones who invent and come up with the ideas. How do we put this chemical or this element with this to create this? So the Lord said he created the smith that blew off the coals in the fire. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, you even got the wordsmiths too. Those are the philosophers of this country. I mean, of this world. Who the scholars at y'all colleges and all that. Right. But to continue on, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
So they bring forth an instrument ultimately for the Lord's work, because what? What is that instrument at the end of the day? The nuclear missiles. Right. Okay? And it's going to do the Lord's work. You're going to break the nuclear missiles, but they're going to strike where the Lord wants them to strike. That's in Joel, the second or the third chapter. It talks about how they're not going to break rank. Okay? They're going to move and they're going to hit where the Most High wants them to hit.
That's right. Ultimate destruction. Right. And I have created the waster to destroy.
So what are the missiles going to do? It says that the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and after them a desolate wilderness. So them missiles, all right, which the Most High put, like you mentioned, he put into Esau's mind to create these missiles to destroy this area. That's exactly what they're going to do. Now, why did the Most High make us do that? Because we are not the son of perdition. Shows you that everything Esau touches is destruction, man. Okay? To the point where you put so much money into building a weapon that cannot be disassembled. And the only use of it is to destroy. Okay? Show you how much of the devil they are.
If I may say, the ending of Jacob's world, man. That's why they made a movie with Charleston Heston called The Omega Man. That means the ending man. And he was the last man on the earth. That's where you get the movie I Am Legend is from. It's the whole movie is redepicted, but in Jacob's form, where they show that Jacob is the last one left. All right? Yeah, they read the movie that the Omega Man was built. I mean, made in like the '60s. But I Am Legend was made in like the early 2000s, so it was just like a reversal, a roll. So that's how they doing it, man. They gonna tell on themselves, man. They bringing out the truth. They reveal truth to themselves, man. Just like it was a Django movie before Jamie Foxx played Django. Did y'all know that?
showing the battery.
There was a Django movie, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hold this.
And in Django, it was a white man who was Django. He was an outlaw who was going against Mexican people. Because Mexican Mexican outlaws who used to pillage the whole land of Mexico, and Django was this gringo, that was the word that they used for white man, gringo, and he was working with the Mexican Israelites, and they was like accepting him because how ruthless and gangster he was, but ultimately he betrayed them, he double-crossed them, just like the typical nature of a damn Edomite. All right, but the movie Django came out back in the '60s also too. But with Jamie Foxx, Quentin Tarantino, who might be Jake, because he always bring out the truths of Esau based upon research and history. But trust me, man, when they made that movie Django with Jamie Foxx, they reversed it, just like they reversed it with Will Smith with I Am Legend with Omega Man. That's it, bro.
Right, that's a beautiful point. Isaiah 14, continuing with verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh.
Why? Because like you read earlier, their blessing made them proud. They thought they were invincible. They thought nobody could touch them, so they said, look, if we're able to conquer these people, matter of fact, let's just take it everywhere, man. Let's take that to the Most High. Shit, you crazy, man. We gonna be more powerful than you, and we ain't even ever gonna dare to think something like that, man. Okay? Here it is, the angels. You can have one angel take out the planet, and even the angels are scared in the Most High's presence, man. You gonna come out here and talk to me, and that shows you that there has to be something mentally wrong with you to even think like that. You must not know. You must not know. That's why I give somebody coming and talking shit to Bruce Banner, slapping him, kicking him. What the hell you gonna do? You gonna look at him like you must not know. Why you don't know that he can? You know what I'm saying? You never, but you gonna find out.
He used to say, Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You won't like it when I'm angry. The old Incredible Hulk.
Yep. You won't like it. They didn't know. That's why. But see, when they found out, shit, they were extra careful. You know what I'm saying?
It was too late.
What's the word you use?
It's too late by then, because once he turned green,
It's over.
he destroying everything.
You're gonna find out the hard way, man. Find out the hard way. That's what Esau. That's what's gonna happen to Esau, man. Right?
I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High.
So you will be like the Most High. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to be omnipotent. He's trying to be omniscient, omnipresent, everything. But you cannot do that, because even in technology he's trying to use, the Most High has put a limit on how far you can go with that. Okay? All right?
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds and be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
So you're going up, right? I'm gonna be like the Most High. I'm gonna sit in the sides of the north. I'm gonna get to the top, and the Most High, you gonna come back down to the sides of the pit. You hit your level cap, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is above your pay grade.
You go deeper than where you started.
Exactly. You gonna boom, you gonna come right down. Cause see, you're trying to reach levels that only Israelites gonna reach. You're trying to be a god. Too bad. Come down. That's a level that's not for you to reach. Okay? What?
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
Meaning what? They're gonna look down at you. Okay? All right.
And consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
This nigga? What?
That did shake the kingdoms?
Bruh, nah, not him.
That made the worlds as a wilderness?
Oh, hell no. You must be lying now.
And destroyed the cities thereof?
Nah, not this red demon.
That opened not the house of his prisoners?
Damn, you did all that wickedness, nigga?
All the kings of the nations, even all them, lie in glory, even one in his own house. But thou art cast down out of thy grave like an abominable branch.
Right, because after 1,000 years, like you said, they're gonna get their lands back. You know what I'm saying? These nations, they're gonna be able to live life. They're just gonna have to pay tribute to us. You know, like, hey, today we live life. You know what I'm saying? We able to go to work, we able to, you know what I'm saying, go chill or whatever you want to do, you can still do to an extent. And you gotta pay your taxes and stuff, but you can still live, right? And that's under Esau's wicked ass. So how much more for us? Right? See, these heathens, they're going to be well off, all right? And they're going to be subject onto us. And Esau, no. You don't get to go home. You know what I'm saying? Oh, school's over, everybody go home. No. You stay here. You know what I'm saying? Your home is the fire that we're about to burn your ass with, man. Pursuant to Obadiah.
Quick precept, continue what the brother said. Nahum, chapter 3, verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
That's shame. That's what nakedness ultimately represents. If somebody sees you naked, you're ashamed, you're embarrassed. That's why whenever they try to cover it up, when they try to cover it, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't want people to see it. It makes you ashamed. So the Lord says he's going to show you shame, man. Right. He's going to lift up the skirt, and he's going to expose you. Okay? And everybody's going to see it, man. Man, he's going to be you're going to be embarrassed. You're going to be hurt. There's no bright side to it for you.
Verse 19, and as the raiment of those that were slain thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit, and as carcass trodden on the feet.
So you got to think about it, right? If I went to war, right, and let's say I had this on, right, and I had a girdle or whatever, you know, I went to war and I got slain, and there's blood all in my garment, it's probably ripped up, maybe partially burnt, and then I die, and I'm laying in the dirt, and over time the clothes are getting rusty and the dirt is on it and it's decaying and it's moldy, and over time that's what you're gonna be like. Okay, go ahead.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Whoa, that's in the Bible? Slaughter? I thought God knows. Oh, okay, read it.
Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial.
You're not gonna be joined with them in burial. You gonna have a special type of judgment. Go ahead.
Because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be reowned.
Right, so we're gonna repossess the land of Edom. It tells you in Amos 9:11, they shall possess the remnants of Edom. That land has now been taken from you, and now it's been given to us. We're gonna repo. Your land has been repoed. You don't got nowhere to go. The same way we didn't have it, our land got repoed, all right, by Esau Edom. He's there right now. Okay, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. They're there right now. So when the time comes, guess what? Reward her even as she rewarded you. You took our land, did you not? We're not going to take your nationality, though. Hell to the no. But we're going to take that land. All right?
Ecclesiastes chapter 8, starting from verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them who fear the Lord, which fear before him. Verse 13. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as shadows, because he feareth not before the Lord.
And that's why ultimately an example being David Rockefeller, it doesn't matter how many transplants he had, he was trying to use that to prolong his days. But the Lord said, your time is up. Okay? And your rulership, look, man, your kingdom, there's literally a certain day, hour, minute, second, millisecond that the Lord has set, that at that very point in time, your kingdom is done. Okay?
Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months on which thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
That's it. So on that day, at that specific time, point, moment, everything, you are not going to get 1 millisecond longer, man. It's going to happen right on the dot. Okay? Through, finish, you're done.
It's already set.
Yeah.
I got to think about it.
Yeah. You know, you're done, man. Okay? So read just a little bit more on that, and then we go to
prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of his fathers.
So the Lord said, this is what the scriptures say, you got to prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. Now let's get some understanding of that. Because the scriptures tell you that the son is not going to pay for the sins of the father, nor the father for the sins of the son. So what does this mean? It means reincarnation. Because those children that are going to pay for the sins of their fathers, those children are their fathers coming back in the reincarnation. Okay? So you're going to pay for your own sins. All right? Go ahead.
That they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will raise up against them, says the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, and son and nephew, saith the Lord.
So that's what's going to happen to these people, man. And that's talking about modern day Babylon, which is America today. Okay, you ain't going to see the word America in the Bible, all right? But it is described or spoken of as Babylon. Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon. How do you tell? Based on what's written about it. Okay? Let's say, I'm talking about this brother, right? Instead of saying Ayash, I say, I don't know, James. I keep calling him James. But every time I talk about James, I say James is wearing glasses, he got a white garment, you know, he got a black hoodie, you know what I'm saying? He got these sneakers. Every time I talk about James, I say, yo, James, you know, the one with the white garment, the one. Eventually he's gonna click in your mind, oh, you mean Ayash. You're talking about Ayash. You know, oh, I know him as Ayash, but you might know him as James. So that's why you keep calling him James. So that's the same thing with Babylon. You like Babylon. But it's describing everything that America does. Oh, you talking about America. You just calling America Babylon. Oh, okay, it makes sense now. Okay? So really that's what that's going into. But we read it. You got a precept? Yeah, okay. We read about that. So that's your downfall. Now let's read a little bit about our blessing. Romans 9. Start the time.
Romans 9 and 1. I say the truth in Yahweh Shai, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I wish that myself were accursed from Yahweh Shai for my brethren, for my kinsmen according to the flesh.
So Paul is saying that his brethren, his kinsmen, according to the flesh. That cut. So he ain't talking about his spiritual brother or my brother from another mother. No, my biological relatives. That's what it means. Okay. So according to the flesh, biological, by blood, by seed, by nationality, right? Who are they?
Who are Israelites.
Who are Israelites. So Paul's relatives are who? Israelites. Okay. So that means Paul's not an Edomite. He's not concerned with the Edomites. He's worried about his own people.
To whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenant and the giving of the law.
So the Israelites, to whom pertain what? We got again.
Who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption.
To whom pertain the adoption. Now let's deal with the adoption, right? An adoption, what's an adoption? If I put I adopt a child, they now become mine. But in this sense, we were adopted. Matter of fact, look up type in cry, space, Abba.
Yeah, that word adoption is heavy because he already was born, but the brother bringing up.
All right, we're gonna get a precept. Yeah, there we go. Romans 8 and 15. Bring that up. So the adoption, okay, we're gonna explain. We're gonna get some understanding of what the adoption is.
Romans 8, verse 15. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption,
Whoa, we received the spirit of adoption. Go ahead.
whereby we cry, Abba, Father.
Whereby we cry, Abba, Father. If I'm a child that got adopted, guess what? Whoever adopted me is my father now, right? That was it?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so how, there's more? Read it from where you just read again and then continue. All right.
For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption.
The spirit of adoption. How did we receive the spirit of adoption? That's the question. Who received the spirit of adoption? We just read it in Romans 9, the Israelites. How did they receive the spirit of adoption? Through Yahushai's blood. That's why Yahushai is so important. He was that bridge. Okay? Got the definition, right?
Whereby we cry, Abba, Father.
Whereby we cry, Abba, Father. Okay? Clear distinction whereby we cry, Abba, Father. Not everybody, us. Who is the us? Romans 9. Israelites, the water.
The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit.
So the Spirit bears witness with our spirit. Go ahead.
That we are the children of God.
That we are the children of the Most High. For example, the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets, right? Who are the only ones who are actually doing the jobs of the prophets? Us. That's an example of spirit of a prophet bearing witness with our spirit that we're prophets. The spirit of the Israelites, it bears witness with our Israel, whether it's rebellion, whether it's having a zeal but not according to knowledge, okay? Whether it's being destructive, whether it's being wicked. They all bear witness, okay, onto what? Us, that we are the children of the Heavenly Father.
And if I may say, as a man and a woman take in marriage, the husband is the woman takes on the husband's name. The husband is the line that the seed is carried down from which forth once they get married. So when the Lord put us and He bonded us to the wedding makes us the husbandry, because it's us the men that come out here and preach the truth, and we bring forth fruit for His labor. I mean, for His well-being. I mean, for His prosperity. So He knows. You know, a quick precept I'm gonna bring out is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9. For we are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry. Ye are God's building. And that's what we are. Us as Israelites, it's a bloodline that when you come out here and you put your hands to the plow, not only do you not look back, but you are really the Lord's husbandry, man. All right? And we bringing forth the new fruits, like we always do. We all brought in fruits before. Lord willing, we do, us being the men of the Lord. But at the end of the day, it's through Israelites that do this work. And it's through us men that do this work. And that's what brings us to this point where we got right now, preaching this word.
And ultimately, think about it like this too, right? Damn, man, this shit hurt. Imagine you really want this food, right? But they tell you, nah, it's only for these kids right here. And then you got the kids that are like, yeah, let's get the food. And then you got the other kids who are like, I don't want that shit, man. But even though they don't want it, you still can't have it. No matter how bad you want, it's still exclusive to only them. And that's why they hurt, because vocab can turn around and see some people like the ITR dudes, for example, right? You seen this guy, what's his name, Chase Davis? You like, yo, look at him, man. He went from teaching the truth. Now he's in the world doing wickedness. He's about to get destroyed. He's literally going off. He's literally like disrespecting the Most High, but he's still gonna get a bigger blessing than you ever gonna get. How much that shit hurt? You know what I'm saying? You're like, what I really, really want, right? This guy's gonna get it, and he's being wicked, and I still ain't gonna get it, man. You see how much that hurts, man? And you know what we're doing, man? We put that hot spirit alcohol on your open wound. You know, when you put alcohol on that shit burns. That's exactly what we do with that salt. We rubbing it in there too, man. Because you did the same thing to us, man. To hell with you. Let's read the spirit of adoption. Or the definition of the word adoption.
Adoption. That relationship which the Most High was pleased to establish between Himself and the Israelites.
The relationship that the Most High was pleased to establish between who?
Himself and the Israelites.
Between Himself and the Israelites. Nobody else. That's why they jump from, oh, it's not just about Israel, to now you are not Israel. That's what they jump to now. Because they gotta acknowledge that it is talking about Israel, but now they saying it's just not exactly, it's just not you.
In preference to all other nations.
You just killed it, man.
All other nations.
You got read it again from the top.
That relationship which the Most High was pleased to establish between Himself and the Israelites in preference to all other nations.
Damn, man. The Most High said, I don't want to adopt everybody. I just want you. In preference. That means I wanted you above everybody else. I don't care about anybody else, only you. Damn, man. That's the definition of the word adoption. The relationship the Most High established between Him and the nation of Israel in preference of any other nation. So that's just the first word in Romans 9. There's more?
No, I just want to give a definition of preference. A greater liking for one alternative, a greater liking for one over another or others.
So right then and there. So hold up, the Lord plays favoritism. The Most High plays favoritism. You want to turn around? No. He has to love everybody. Who the hell told you that? Who the hell are you to tell the Most High what He has to do? Are you crazy?
Hey, which man commanded to the most high and it's not. That's it.
No, He's the moon. No, God loves everybody. How you know that? Did He come and tell you that? Most High can't. By the way, I love everybody. Like some Santa Claus type shit. No, even Santa Claus don't love everybody because he got a nice and naughty list. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about, man? You don't love everybody. Nobody on this earth loves everybody. I don't care what they say. Nobody on this earth loves everybody. That's a damn lie, man. If you come out and tell me I love everybody, you're going to turn around the next day and say, yo, you heard that story of the dude who raped the mom in front of her 2 kids and then murdered her? You going to love him? You're gonna turn around and be like, oh, he gotta be thrown in jail, he gotta be punished. You don't love him. If somebody wants to murder your family, you ain't gonna sit there and say, I love you. And if you do, it's BS, man. Okay, what the hell are you talking about? The Most High loves everybody. Nobody loves everybody, man. It's nature to play favoritism, man.
And that's why for your information, we're not coming from our own philosophy on our own thoughts. These all scriptures, man. We back everything that we say up with scripture. So if you want to argue what we got to say, take it up with the Lord because you are going off, not us. Right?
And that's why they say work. Because everything we say, no matter how inflammatory it is backed up by the scriptures. You know, so you like, you know, it's like, all right, let me put it like this, right? I know I got a lot of examples, but let me put it like this, right? Let's say I punch you, right? Boom, you get hit. And every time you want to punch me, a brick wall appears, and you punch the wall, you're like, ah, fuck. That's what it is, because we can hit them with the scriptures, but when they try to come back at us, they realize they're not really coming against us, they're coming against the scriptures, and that's like a big wall. Okay? So they're like, damn, how do you even fight this battle? You keep getting hit, but you can't hit back. You know? So let's keep going back at Moses done. Hey man, it's a beautiful thing to be an Israelite. Okay? And even above that, it's a beautiful thing to be an Israelite in the truth. Okay, that's why you gotta cherish it above all, man. There's an Israel, which is a good thing to be an Israelite, but then there's the Israel of God. And it's even better to be an Israel of God, man.
Who are Israelites? Who are Israelites? Who are Israelites?
So we're dealing with the Israelites,
To whom pertain the adoption.
So the adoption, which we just read what that is, that special relationship, pursuant to Psalms 147 and 19, we have dealt so only with Israel, nobody else. Guess what? That's to us. What else?
And the glory.
And the glory. Okay? Scripture's talking about we're gonna go from glory to glory. You know? So the glory comes in many forms, and it's not gonna be vain glory. This is gonna be glory eternal. You know? Hey man, if you have the Lord's chosen, no, that's never gonna fade away. You're not gonna die and you get forgotten. Hell no. We're gonna live forever and we're gonna continue to outdo ourselves. So our kingdom is gonna be a constantly evolving kingdom, constantly getting more and more advanced. You know? Because even in Esau's kingdom, from when he first came into rulership to now, his technology is coming advanced. So the kingdom ain't gonna be just, all right, we got this and we're gonna stay like this. No, we're gonna keep adding new things, we're gonna keep learning more things, and it's just gonna continue to evolve, man. Okay, we're gonna go from glory to glory, all right?
And the covenants.
And the covenants, okay? Because the covenants that the Lord made were pertaining to us, nobody else. Who seed the Lord? Okay, the Lord said He's gonna make Abraham into a father of a multitude, and He's gonna give the land of Canaan to his seed, right? But specifically, who did the promises go to? Abraham, then Isaac, not Ishmael. Like the Islam, the Muslims try to say, oh, Ishmael. No. It was Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not Ishmael. Man. Okay. I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
He cold cut Israel out.
Now I'm the God
And
of
if I may say, the word covenant means a promise. And what do you do as a man? If you're a stand-up man, you can keep a promise. And Yahweh is the most utmost stand-up man because He's the man of all men. So He's going to keep His promise. And the word covenant is just roughly paraphrase, is another way of saying, I promised y'all something, and I'm going to give it to y'all.
I got a precept for what you just said. Numbers 23 and 19. The Most High is not a man that He should lie. Neither the Son of Man that He should repent. So what He said He's going to do. You see the Malachi 3 and 6. The Most High changes not.
Yeah, they trying to change the spot.
It says, has He said and shall He not do it? Or has He spoken and shall He not make it good?
That's right.
So, just like the brother said, man. The Most High said He's going to do, He's going to do. And all we're doing is declaring to you what the Most High said. Whether it hurts or not, it's still going to come to pass. Romans 3 and 3. For what if some did not believe? That don't mean shit. Yeah, that's a tree right there. Nah, I don't believe that's a tree. Okay.
It's like,
That's
if
on
there's
you.
a tornado coming, you're like, bro, it's a tornado coming. I don't believe it.
That shit don't stop. Like the tornado disappears because you don't believe it. What is this, a Disney movie? You gotta believe. The more you believe, the more real I am. Whether you believe the Most High is real or not, he's still real.
Right.
So what the hell is your problem? That's going to affect you, not us. Okay? Yeah, so you got it.
Jeremiah 31 and 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in that day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt.
So even there, he's specifying that the first covenant was with us, and he's going to make a new covenant with us.
Right.
The Lord didn't say, because I made a first covenant with you and you weren't perfect, you couldn't keep it, I'm going to leave you and go give it to somebody else. No. He said, what I'm going to do, because he loved us so much, is I'm just going to modify it or modify you so that this agreement can work. You know? All right, I want to hire you, right? This is the contract. I need you to work 7 days a week. Damn, I can't. I go to church on Sundays. All right, cool. Let me modify that to where I give you Sundays off. So that way I can still hire you and we can still make this work. Okay, sounds good? You like that? I like that? Cool. I'm going to be your God. You're going to be my people. Simple. He ain't say, all right. The Most High didn't say, all right, because you're not available 7 days a week, I'm going to forget you and get another somebody else. Nah, that's not how it works, brother. God.
And the Lord made his people the better people of all people, man. He said Jacob is the salt of the earth, man. We better than you, Esau. You think he gonna give his covenant to a nation like y'all? Y'all some degenerates, man. Y'all hair and your eyes and your skin is recessive gene, you know. So you know the Lord, he knew what he was doing when he made us, man. We cut from a different cloth, man. From all y'all other nations, cause y'all some weirdos, man. Y'all do some bug out stuff, man. All right. He consider y'all works and y'all doing fornication, abominations, man. He got all type of curse words for y'all. If y'all really want to talk about curse words, because if you say fuck you, that ain't even no curse word compared to what the Lord curse y'all with, man.
Right. Fuck is just an acronym. Fornication and the consent of the king. That's all it is, you know. But like you mentioned, think about it like this, because the Lord compared us to a comely and delicate woman, right? Jeremiah 6:2. So the Lord compared us to a woman. Being that he is the Most High, would he not want the best woman of all the women he created? So if we're the best nation, of course he's gonna pick us, man. You mean to tell me you're gonna go and see a plethora of women. You see the baddest shorty right there. But you're gonna say, nah, I don't want her. I want her. Because I want this one because she's angry that I want her. So you know what? Because she's angry, hell no, man. When Jacob went, all right. When Jacob went and he got supplanted, which is funny that Jacob got supplanted and basically, you know, Laban gave him Leah instead of Rachel. He was salty as hell because in his eyes he said Rachel is beautiful. I want her. She looks better, and I want her. I'm not going to change that. Just because you gave me Leah first doesn't mean I'm going to just stop liking Rachel. And he worked another 7 years and got Rachel, man. So the Most High ain't going to go, you know, man, the Most High don't deal that way. Once he chose us, he's not going to change. So let's go. Here. So we got the adoption, we got the glory, covenants, right?
And the giving of the law.
And the giving of the law. Give me Psalms, matter of fact, Babakasha, give me Psalms 147 and 19. So we're gonna back that up. We're gonna back up the scriptures with more scriptures. And that's why the scriptures say that you can't do anything against the truth before the truth. You know? Hey, the fact that you're mad that we getting the blessing only proves that we getting the blessing. It proves that what we doing is effective, taking care of her. You know?
This is Psalms 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes, his judgments unto Israel.
Unto Israel, right? Continue.
He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
They have not known them.
That's right.
So as we just read here, this is only for Israel, nobody else. Okay? He's not dealt so with any nation, man. That is clear and cut. You got a problem? Take it up with the scriptures. Take it up with the Most High.
When they come down to sinning, they look at us as like we fools to trying to obey the Lord's statutes and commandments when we try not to sin. They look at them, they turn around and sin in front of our face and like, look, we don't have no problem with sinning. You need to get with this program because this world is flourishing, and in order for you to flourish in this world, you gotta be sinful.
Right.
And we looking at it like, nah, I'd rather not. And they like, well, guess what? You're gonna get left behind, but guess what? Y'all gonna be left behind. Because when y'all full of drink and y'all full of food right now, y'all gonna be thirsty and hungry later.
Yeah, I'm good.
And the service of the Most High and the promises.
So that's pretty good. So all these things are for us, man. That's a part of the things we're gonna get. And when we gonna get, it ain't even gonna stop at the kingdom. Because when we in the kingdom, we're gonna keep getting things.
Isaiah 65, verse 17. Behold, I will create new heavens and a new earth.
Now, it doesn't mean the Most High is gonna literally create a new earth, because the scripture said the earth abideth forever. But it means he's gonna renew it. Okay? He's gonna clean it up, freshen it up, and renew it. Go ahead.
The former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind.
So the old way of living ain't gonna be remembered, man. Oh, I had to do this, and we had to, drive this way, and you know what I'm saying? All this extra stuff that you do, child support and the taxes and the jury duty and all this stupid stuff, these stupid policies ain't gonna be remembered, man.
Right. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy.
Key word, Jerusalem. And her people. Who are the people of Jerusalem? Us. Okay, go ahead.
And I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people.
Whoa, the Most High is going to rejoice in us? He's going to take joy that we're happy. Hey, the scriptures say it's going to make the Most High happy to make us happy. You can't say that about yourself. Okay? But we can happily and righteously, proudly boast that in the Lord. Right?
And the voice of weeping shall no more be heard in her.
So we're not going to cry no more. That's Revelation 21. All right, go ahead.
Nor the crying nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more. There shall be no more no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that has not fulfilled his days.
Right, because you have now where our people are dying young. You know what I'm saying? They don't get to live to the appointed time. But guess what? In the kingdom, we're gonna be immortal. So you ain't gonna, he died too young, or he wasn't able to do this. No. You're gonna have all eternity, man. But take your time.
For the child shall die 100 years old.
All right, and that's not literal. All right, that's just saying that we're gonna live a long time, because 100 years old is an old age. Okay, but we're gonna live a long time. Okay, go ahead.
But the sinner, being 100 years old, shall be accursed, and they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them.
See, now when you read in the curses, it says we're going to build houses and not inhabit them. And we're going to plant vineyards, and somebody else is going to reap that. You know? But now it's saying that what? In the kingdom, this is what we're going to get. So this is the opposite of the curse, which is the blessing. All right?
They shall not build and another inhabit it. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of the days of my people.
So once again, comparing how long we're gonna live to things that live long. For example, trees. If you don't cut down a tree, man, you know how long that tree's gonna live, man? There's trees that have been there for hundreds of years, man. Thousands. There's a certain tree that takes 500 years, I believe, just to like really spring out.
That's a tree, like the outside.
You know what I'm saying?
They gigantic. They about probably like the size of this damn
Rock.
This is Luke chapter 1 verse 67. And his father Zechariah was filled with the Holy Ghost and prophesied, saying, Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
Yes. He has visited and redeemed his people. Oh, actually keep going on that. I think there's more here.
Yeah. And have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
Boom. So who is the house of David? Is David not an Israelite? So is he gonna have Edomites in his house? No. Okay. The family, the relatives, the kinsmen, according to the flesh of David, are Israelites. Amos 9:11, the tabernacle of David are Israelites. Okay, starting with the elect.
65:22, continuing, Isaiah 65:22, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. Who? And mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands.
No. I think that's that vocab.
And my elect shall long enjoy the hands of their work. For my elect shall enjoy the work of their hands.
You sure that didn't say Jacob Rothschild?
My elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands.
Oh, you mean the same elect that's written up in Revelation 7?
My-
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, no wonder. Come on, man.
They shall not. They shall not labor in vain, nor break forth for trouble.
What's that? Hebrews 6 and 10? The Most High is not unrighteous as to basically forget your labor of love. So our labor is not in vain. The scriptures say our works do follow us. Okay? So, hey, for example, Moses, his works followed him even till today. When we think of Moses, we remember what the Lord did with Moses. You know, Paul, we're reading about it in the scriptures. So the works follow these men, and we are those men. Okay, go ahead.
For they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord.
We are the seed of the blessed of the Lord. So where do you get everybody from? Elected. That means some was chosen, some weren't.
Chosen elect of God.
Would you look at that? If a president gets elected, does that mean everybody who is running the presidency gets to come into office? No. That means one was chosen out of the groups that were presented, and he's the one who gets elected. That's all it means. So elected are chosen from the foundation of the earth. Right?
And their offspring with them.
And they're whoa. So in the kingdom, we're gonna have kids. I'm gonna have them. We just gonna sit under a tree somewhere, floating forever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's brothers and sisters. Yeah. Oh, brother. She bad as hell. You look at her like, damn, but no. That's Sister Dorothy right there. You can't think of it like that. We're in the kingdom, remember? Get out of here, man. Damn. It says their offspring. We're gonna have kids, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer.
Oh, what?
And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer.
That's like 911 in a white neighborhood. You know, that's literally like that, but for us, it's going to be flipped. Before we call, the Lord's going to answer, because what? The Lord already knows when we're about to call him, man.
And while they are yet speaking, I will hear.
But you look, oh my God. You know, here it is, you about to, you know what I'm saying? You about to, maybe you like, damn, man, yo. Really, I'm trying to get a nice Elamite chick. And as you saying that, about to make preparations, ding dong, a brother pulls up. Yo, honestly, I know you into the Elamite chicks. Hold up, I got something for you. You're gonna be like, you always just thinking about that? How come he thought to bring you one right at the same time? Because the Most High put it in his mind. Because he knew you were gonna ask for it. Because what reason would the Most High have to withhold what we want from us? We're gonna be perfect. We're gonna be pleasing to him. And it's gonna make, hey, aren't like parents, man. I'm not a parent, but as a parent, it's when you buy something that makes your child happy, it makes you happy to see your child happy. You know, you like looking at him, you got the smile. Thank you, Daddy. You know, he's playing around with it. You happy just to see that your child is happy because you did something for him. Right. Same thing with the Most High, man. Okay. What?
The wolf and the lamb shall feed together.
Whoa. So no carnivores. The wolf and the lamb feed together. That's like in a cartoon somewhere. Because in real life, that wolf be chasing it, and them lambs be fast, bro. They be fast as hell. But that wolf is like, you know, like in that story where the wolf came and he blew down the building with 3 things. Yeah, 3 little things. This time it ain't gonna be like that in the kingdom, man. Go ahead.
And the lion shall be strong like the bullock.
So it's gonna be an herbivore. You know, like the lion ain't gonna be killing, you know, because you watch Animal Planet and it's like, in order for the lion to survive, he gotta kill the Giselle's child. Yeah. You know, so like you like, damn, that's sad. But if the lion don't do that, then it's gonna be sad for the lion. Yeah. The kingdom ain't gonna be like that, man. They're gonna be at peace. Let it heathen.
That's not the fucking kingdom.
Thank you. Yo, man. If you jump into a lion's den right now, you're not coming back. You'll be lucky if half your bone comes back, man. That lion's gonna tear you. I saw a video of, I think it was in India or somewhere. Somebody was on a bike and they drove past the street and a tiger pulled out the woods, man, trying to grab their ass. That lion does not want to come and talk about let's be together. That lion is like, I'm seeing you and I want you. And if he got the dude off that bike, man, the
Yo,
21
I did see, bro. Like,
That shit was scary,
he
man. How
threw
fast
himself
he
as
is?
slow, but
Oh.
the bike was too fast.
He's coming to tear that ass up, man. You know, them hippos, them bears, all of them wild animals are gonna become tame. They're gonna calm down.
And dust shall be the serpent's meat.
Mhm.
They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountains, says the Lord.
Wait, hold up. There's hurt and destruction going on all over the planet Earth, more now than ever. So how are they the real Israelites? You know what I'm saying? So that was good on that?
Yeah, that was
Hey,
good.
hey,
Especially, you know, they have, the Lord has said he's going to be for his people, right? But over there, the only reason that they're thriving is because a wicked ass nation, Edomite, is back, which is America, is backing them up. So it's obvious, man, that you shouldn't even have to be saying this for you. You should have the common sense to put these pieces together and know that that's not the kingdom of heaven. And know that they're not Israelites, man. And know that no goddamn prophecies of the kingdom has been fulfilled.
Hey, that was nice. You said, brother.
I appreciate all the listeners. Hopefully y'all are alright. We just get up out of here, man. You know?
Hey, we just read it all to you, man. These are all for us. So this is more what? This is more motivation to keep on pushing. You know, keep doing your videos. Keep coming out here and teaching. You know, those if you might not do videos, re-upload videos. You know, spread the word. You know, do whatever you can. You know what I mean? Stay in the spirit. Pray fast. You know, to make sure that you want to be a part of your life, man. You know, it's not. This truth is not about getting a 65 and barely passing. That's what you're good. Because you're gonna get the kingdom regardless, right? You're trying to get 100, man. You're trying to get an A+, a 144%, man. That's what you're trying to get. You know? So aim for that, man. Of course, we're not perfect, but strive for perfection, man. At least try to get it, man. Okay? And the Lord is going to help you get there, man. Okay, so with that, we hope you were edified. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh
Yahweh.
Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Makah, Kadash.
Until next time, shalom.
I got you.